Charlie Parsons, Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Eddie, how are we?
Very well, Parsons.
Just staring me down. Looking suave, I must say, tonight. I give it to you where it's due. Anthony Joshua returns to the ring, unanimous decision against Jermaine Franklin. Your thoughts?
I thought it was solid, not spectacular, semi-spectacular at times. I felt like there was a lot of pressure. I thought Jermaine Franklin was very tough, good chin. I felt like he went into his shell a little bit once he got hurt in the fight and tried to survive. I feel like AJ could have been a little bit more aggressive. I feel like he could have been a little bit more rough and tough on the inside. But I also feel like there was a huge amount of pressure on him tonight. And 3 trainers in 3 fights, he needed that. You know, and I was pleased with his engine. Could have done another 12 rounds in there tonight. I'm very pleased to wake up tomorrow morning with an Anthony Joshua win and start planning for the summer.
Jermaine Franklin, has he now cemented himself as an elite or fringe world level contender at heavyweight 100%?
Yeah, not elite, but he's a world-class fighter. And he'll get some big fights, to be honest with you. I think he's a good fighter. I just feel like he got hit hard tonight and just decided that he was going to survive the 12 rounds. No shame in that. He's actually got a very good chin. AJ took some good shots as well, took them well. And he'll be frustrated with that performance, but at the same time, he'll also wake up tomorrow and go, I last won a fight in November 2020. So,
Back to winning.
absolutely. How you getting on with that, Cameron?
Okay. It's, for a small man like myself, we struggle a little bit.
0 guns.
Fucking hell. What happened at the end, Eddie? There was a bit of commotion. AJ
Yeah, I
sort
think
of
there was
like...
a headbutt at the end of the fight. I don't know, at the bell, and AJ it sort of went off a little bit. I think Bell, you got involved with a trainer at some point. It's a bit weird, but nothing, mate.
Just sort of, I suppose, lastly on that now, for Anthony Joshua, what is next?
You know, I think some fights are there to be made and you get one chance to do it. And I think that's potentially the situation with the Tyson Fury fight. At the same time, you know, I would still like him to have another fight with Derek James to keep improving on what he's been working on. The Dillian Whyte fight, I think, is a great fight. But I think he's going to have a short break and get straight back into camp. I'd like him, as we said before, to fight 3 times this year. And to do that, he needs to get back in the ring in July, August at the latest. So hopefully not too long a layoff, and we'll see what's next.
I don't want to keep you for too long, but I was kind of surprised at the end. Derek James said, look, we're not necessarily here for a knockout. He did come in at a career heaviest. A lot of people expected the knockout in the build-up. Were you surprised that it didn't come?
No, because I think he was tentative early on. There's a lot of pressure, Parsons. You know, it was like he hasn't won for coming up to 3 years. And if he lost tonight, his career's over. So I don't think he wanted to make any mistakes. I think he was more aggressive towards the end, could have been more aggressive in the fight. But he got the win, and I think Derek James will look back on it. He'll like some bits, he'll want to work on other bits. And, you know, don't forget, trainers don't work for knockouts. They work for victory. And AJ's defence was good tonight. Like I said, he took some good shots. Lots of improvements to come, but a solid win.
I think perhaps he's still a little bit gun-shy.
I just think he realises that he mustn't make mistakes, because if he makes mistakes, it's all over. You know, the same people that will criticise the performance tonight, if he would have lost, would have ridiculed him. So it's like, it's difficult. But I think his confidence still needs to grow into that new training regime with Derek James, and he needs to believe in himself more.
So much time and effort from us, the media, promoters, I suppose everything, fans as well. We always get so excited about Fury Joshua. We've thought it's been over the line or close to being over the line time and time again. Do you yourself get a little bit tired now of all of this? I suppose it's the hope that kills you, right?
Not really, it's just my job, isn't it? I mean, sometimes you can make the fight, sometimes you can't. But what I'm saying is whether it's the right time or not for that fight, for the development and under the new trainer, sometimes you only get one chance to make it, and that could be next, so we'll have to see.
All right, Eddie, just a quick run through the rest of the card.
I thought Fabio Wardley was excellent. I thought Coffey's a good fighter. Would like to see the ref let it go on a little bit more, but it was going one way. And I thought he looked like a star tonight. You know, I think he walked out there, and I think he's the best, say like domestic heavyweight right now, but of the scene that isn't fighting at world level. 3 good fights for him: Soldakers, Fraser Clark, David Adelaide. Any of those, I think, is a good fight next. And I think he'll look to win that Lonsdale belt outright. Galao fight, great. You know, he's taking a lot of chances in terms of the way he's fighting, but I think he knows he can do that. And as he steps up, he's going to be fighting Martinez, Bam Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards, and then I believe he'll move up in weight as well. So good win for Amo Williams. Shout out to River Wilson Bent, nice and tough. Great win for Campbell Hatton. Fantastic fight, Jordan Flynn and Kane Baker. Good win for John Hedges. And off we go to San Antonio.
Sorry, just quickly on AJ next. If it isn't the Fury fight, do you look at making that Whyte rematch
Yeah,
in the summer?
so.
I mean, what's the next fight if it isn't Fury?
I think Dillian Whyte is the obvious fight. You know, there's a lot of history there, and I think it's a really entertaining fight. So we'll have to see. But the key for me is to get AJ back in camp.
Can you give me a little thumbnail now?
A thumbnail.
Yeah, like pointing at the camera and go on, do it.
Do you think I'm a fucking performing seal?
Point at the camera for me.
Point at the camera.
Yeah, go on and look angry.
No, but I don't want to look angry because then you go, Hearn is angry. That's what you put in your thumbnails.
I know.
Well, why don't you put Parsons a prick?
There we go. Oh, my man, thank you.